Ever wondered what happens when two comedians stop being funny and start throwing punches? Metaphorically, of course. We're diving into the spicy world of stand-up, where Cat Williams and Kevin Hart, two giants of comedy, are swapping jokes for jabs. Both are renowned for their wit, but recently they've been making headlines for their heated feud, not their humor. Who needs reality TV when you have this? Sit tight, because this is more exciting than a wrestling match in a jelly pool. It all started with an interview on Club Shay, where Cat Williams wore his heart on his sleeve and his boxing gloves too. Picture this: Williams in his signature flamboyant style, slinging words like a verbal gunslinger in the Wild West of comedy, and none of his peers were safe. In this cinematic showdown, Williams had a bone to pick with the Hollywood elite, accusing them of selling their souls and their bodies to the silver screen. He claimed to have turned down offers that would make Scrooge McDuck blush, all in the name of integrity. Yes, folks, he said millions of dollars and lascivious advances were thrown his way by bigwigs like Harvey Weinstein and P. Diddy. But our man Cat was having none of that. He was like a vegan at a steakhouse, refusing to consume what Hollywood was serving up. Williams seemed to see himself as a sort of comedic knight, valiantly defending the realm of stand-up from the encroaching armies of Hollywood sellouts. Then came the jab at Kevin Hart. According to Williams, Hart was not a self-made comedian but an industry plant, a puppet dancing on the strings of Hollywood executives. Williams claimed Hart was handed a TV show and a movie, not as a reward for his stand-up prowess, but as a token of Hollywood's favoritism. You could almost hear the collective gasp as Williams dropped these truth bombs. It was like he had pulled back the curtain on The Wizard of Oz, revealing a less than magical reality. And while some might see Williams as a bitter outcast, he saw himself as a beacon of truth, shining a light on the dark corners of Hollywood. He was not just a comedian, but a whistleblower, a prophet in the desert of comedy, calling out the false idols. So, Cat Williams decided to play the role of a truth-telling Santa, except instead of presents, he was handing out accusations. You know what they say about waking sleeping lions? Kevin Hart was not about to take this lying down. Kevin Hart, a man known for his fast-paced humor and infectious energy, was not one to silently endure accusations. Picture him as a bouncy ball. The harder you throw it down, the higher it bounces back. And boy, did he bounce back. He shot back at Cat Williams, addressing the claims with the precision of a surgeon and the sass of a diva. Hart was quick to point out that he earned his stripes in the comedy jungle through hard work and dedication. He was not just handed a TV show and a movie like party favors at a kid's birthday bash. But Hart didn't just defend his honor, oh no. He went on the offensive, accusing Williams of squandering his own shot at fame. He painted a picture of Williams as a man who, instead of grabbing opportunity by the horns, decided to tango with drugs and unreliability. Imagine Williams, Hart said, as a gifted athlete who could have won the race, but chose to tie his shoelaces together instead. Now, if that's not a visual that tickles your funny bone, I don't know what will. Hart went on to say that Williams was his own worst enemy. He was like a baker who had all the ingredients to make a delicious cake, but decided to toss everything into a blender and hope for the best. And we all know what happens when you try to bake a cake in a blender. It's not a pretty sight. Hart's words were like a perfectly timed punchline, hitting right where it hurt. But he wasn't just defending himself, he was standing up for all comedians who've worked hard to earn their success. And just like that, the comedy world turned into a boxing ring with jokes flying faster than punches. So who's the real joker in this pack? Let's break it down. It all started when Cat Williams, our resident tell-it-like-it-is comedian, decided to turn a casual chat on Club Shay into a roast. And not just any roast, but a Hollywood spit roast with some of the industry's biggest names skewered right in the middle. Williams took a swing at his fellow comics, accusing them of selling their souls and bodies to Hollywood. He claimed he'd turned down millions and, let's say, intimate offers from powerful figures. I mean, who knew integrity was so pricey and physical? But he didn't stop there. Williams went on to accuse Kevin Hart of being an industry plant, a puppet on a string, gifted a TV show and a movie without earning them through stand-up. Talk about a low blow, right? But Kevin Hart, not one to take a punch lying down, hit back with a right hook of his own. He blamed Williams for squandering his shot at fame and success by choosing a path of drugs and unreliability. It was like watching a comedy version of a boxing match, except instead of a ring, they had the internet, and instead of gloves, they had words. Now, there's a long-standing feud between these two jokers. It's like watching a tennis match where the ball is a well-timed insult and the crowd is all of us, munching on popcorn and waiting for the next serve. But here's the funny thing. In the grand scheme of things, it's just another day in the life of the comedy circuit. They say laughter is the best medicine, but in this case, it seems to be causing quite the headache. So, who's the winner in this comedy clash? Well, that depends on who you ask. Some say Williams with his brutal honesty and refusal to play the Hollywood game. Others say Hart for his resilience and refusal to be knocked down. In the end, it's all fun and games until someone loses a punchline, or in this case, throws one. So, what's the takeaway from this comedic clash of the titans? Well, it seems that even in the laughter industry, not all is fun and games. There's drama, there's controversy, and there are million-dollar offers turned down, all in the name of integrity. Or is it pride? Or perhaps a case of sour grapes? Who knows? The world of comedy is as unpredictable as a punchline. So keep your wits about you. Remember, in the world of comedy, the last laugh might just be on you.